Hello everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Oxygen Not Included, where we have, well, I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say problems. Like, yeah, it's too hot. There's no doubt about that. But we have things that we're concerned with, I suppose would be a good way to describe it. I built this sculpture here, by the way, at the end of the last episode. What I'm actually going to do, or at least I queued it, I'm going to cancel it because I think I built it out of not sandstone. And we have so much sandstone. Everything should be produced with sandstone. We need to make it cooler down here. One way to do this, we could seriously just have the electrolyzer take water in a closed space and gas pump that oxygen out. I actually feel like that is probably the soundest idea. So we could like disassemble this hydro fan, and then, you know, we're probably never gonna really want to dig down to the center of the earth, is my hope at least. But just in case we do, dig down like a little bit here, and then dig across, like so. And we're gonna make this a big priority right now. And we actually probably want to make it even like one tile larger, because we want to put a gas pump in here. And this is where I start to go, ooh, like I'm a little bit above my pay grade. Plus it's going to require power, but the electrolyzer already required power, so this is not that big of a deal. So we're gonna dig through this. It's going to take forever. But the whole point of this is that eventually it's going to be, it's seriously like so much carbon dioxide up here, man. Why is it settling? It should be pushed away. The hydrogen is starting to get a little crazy up here, but, you know, this thing's gonna be, wait, this thing's gonna be full of hydrogen gas. Yeah, okay. What do I mean by this? Well, what I mean by this is that, we're gonna be pumping hydrogen gas out into our colony. I suppose that's not that bad, because hydrogen, over time, who's, Austin? Okay, Austin's on full power, dude, that's great news. Congratulations, you're on deliver duty as well now. But yeah, I think we can be okay with pumping hydrogen into the rest of our base. And this is, again, it wasn't okay, you know, famous last words. But I do think that it's not actually a problem. Because hydrogen, because of its differential density, will float to the top. So I think, like, I mean, I really don't want to just drop this water all over our base. That's what's slowing me down here. But if we build like a shitty chimney that comes off of here, there's more mealwood there as well. Like if we just build like over there, hydrogen will settle on the top layer, and then we can have a hydrogen gas pump in here that will solve our problems for us. It might take a little while. I'll give it that. It's probably not going to be instant, and we do sort of have other fish to fry right now. But I don't think it's a terrible idea. It was a terrible idea. Okay, Ron Howard, fuck off, okay? It's like this hydrogen gas is starting to... I mean, if we look at our, like, oxygen overlay, hydrogen's starting to pile up a little bit. I don't think it's the end of the world just yet, but it's starting to pile up. Don't we... Wait, aren't we researching, like, Sure, whatever. Aren't we, researching gas filtration right now that'll allow us to, yeah, selects one type of gas from mixed composition and sends it into a separate pipe. And we're almost done with it, actually. If Tomo's doing more research, we can instead build this in such a way that it pumps the hydrogen out and it pumps the oxygen out into a different area. Like, fill this area up with hydrogen and fill this area, you know, our base, up with oxygen. Because, like, the hydrogen is getting... It's being produced at a rate that is... I mean, I would describe it as a little alarming. Now, as you may... mediocre sculpture. As you may have noticed, the water, you know, is getting down there. We're using not an insignificant amount of it. We got some here. We could always just pump this water into here. I don't know what happens if you pump clean water into a water purifier. Maybe it wastes sand, but if it still gets the water to the reservoir, I'm okay with it. calories. Got 13,000. Just keep making a little bit more for now. These are all unreachable. How so, though? Am I taking fucking crazy pills? I feel like you should still be working. I don't like seeing this hydrogen, man. This hydrogen is starting to prove... Hey, first off, let's look at our report. Lost a little oxygen, gained a good number of calories. How do I feel about today in our colony? Like, what's the big problem? The hydrogen's getting out there. So what do we need to stop this? Well, hydrogen floats relative to oxygen. So it settles at the top of our base. We could have it go like whoop into this area, have a hydrogen generator that goes whenever there's enough hydrogen, pumps the power back into our battery. That's a good idea, but it's a little cumbersome. We can also wait for our research to get finished, which is going to be done really soon, and then we can just have hydrogen pump out like here, and thank you. When the hydrogen pumps out here, we can still have the power come in. Like that seems completely fine to me. It's just we don't end up using the chimney. So we have completed our research. Just go make insulation. Like, you might as well be doing something. So, like, don't let me stop you. Deconstruct this immediately with, like, a priority 9. Because these plants need to start growing. Even this one, it's like... The one over there, it's just slightly not okay. Okay, so, I mean, I didn't think it would just leave the water on the ground, but, I mean, there's only a few hundred kilos, so, like, who cares? Now... Build the electrolyzer, again, down here. Even it just being down here could be completely fine. The temperature should slowly start to diminish here. We might not even need to box this in, is what I'm trying to suggest. Although it's still heating up here. If it gets too hot up here, we're in hell. But it's actually like, I don't know. Nah, it seems decent. Obviously, like, we now need more power, which is fine, because we already built the power, 99% of the way. We didn't need to build that extra one, but I think that's a very life goes on-y sort of situation. So get that done. How you doing? Power's fine right now. Stress... Dan, you know what? We don't need you to generate power for the time being. Why don't you do that? And Ruka, same difference here. Get on up there. Break on through the other side. We're making a little water. 4 kilos a second. Of course, we're sucking up an unbelievable amount for every single one of our algae terrariums. But when the electrolyzer starts working, maybe we will no longer need for this to happen. So you know what I'm thinking here. It's actually getting hotter. It got hotter here when we took away the electrolyzer. I don't understand why. But that's going to be a problem. The hydrogen is getting crazy, dude. Okay, you've almost got it done here. It's like, what if we just turn on a hydro fan, like, in this area? Does that do anything for us? I'm gonna guess probably not, but... We got calories, 17,000. Just, keep a couple of mush bars on the go at any given time. Somebody's gotta be making power, so, like... Yeah, exactly. Somebody's gotta be on there at all times. Choose a duplicate, reject all duplicates. Now's not the time. We're in a very delicate situation. I feel like even the commentary suffered a little bit as we've gone through this. Check out our decor. It could be worse. At least we have one painting. It's beautiful, as you can tell, as well. These are not skilled artistes. They haven't made that much art. Power's going okay. 35%. Dan's still in a shitty spot. But the power is a higher priority than the massage table, which I think is what's causing the problem here. So let's have the massage tables be 8 and the power be 7. As long as Austin's still running. It might not be enough to power the whole base, but it's enough to slow the rate. It's still heating up in here, dude. Why? What is causing this ridiculousness? Well, if we go look at utilities again. Cools the gas pipe through it, but outputs heat in its immediate vicinity. Cools the gas pipe through it, but outputs heat in the immediate vicinity. So it makes it super hot in here to make it cooler up here. The idea is we pump all of the gas in here, or at least we pump the oxygen out of here, and we pump the hydrogen like in here, because we don't want to pump hot oxygen. That makes sense. So again, priority 9. Also a high priority is building tiles out of the most copious resource. And then we want a manual airlock as well. This is extremely important because it all comes back to this. As much as it might seem like I'm focusing a lot on something that's not very valuable, this is highly, highly important. Because, as you can see, our water is becoming an issue. And it's becoming an issue up here too, albeit more slowly. Lost calories, made oxygen. That's fine. I think because we're making oxygen, we can now be like, you know, I think we could disable un-algae terrarium in an area where it doesn't seem to me like we need it anymore. Like, do we really need an algae terrarium like here, for example? What if we just deconstruct this one? Again, we're just slowing water consumption. My hope is that one electrolyzer does the job for us here. Now, eventually we want to output hydrogen in here. Or, you know, into a pit of our own creation. But, for now, it just needs to cool down. It's still so hot in here. Why? I'm amazed that these are not too hot. I mean, they are pretty much 100% just making hydrogen gas right now, or like breathing hydrogen gas right now. Seems like a problem. Apparently has not been so far. That obviously needs to get built. Plumbing. We need a gas pump, which is in, I thought it was in plumbing, yeah. A gas pump. Which we'll build there. And again, yes, it's getting a little cramped here. We're on 5 still, so fix that up. You've got power now. You have no gas intake and no empty pump. Or no empty pipe, I should say. So we're going to build a gas pipe. It's going to go whoop and then push it out here. But we're going to build a gas filter in the middle as well. What in the world is this going to do? I think we might want to, like, just give ourselves a little bit more space down here. You know, this is a 9 priority dig. Just get that sorted, because it looks a little silly right now. And obviously this needs power as well. Okay, so just a little bit more space to build my Factorio spaghetti here. So only oxygen should get vented right now. And it's going to be cooled first. Does the hydrogen need to be cooled? I suppose not necessarily. So let's go over the system. This is going to pump gas. It's going to pump it into the thermoregulator. So we might as well just set that up right off the bat. Gas pipe. It's going to come out of here into here. And then, so the ground basically needs to be tiled. Again, priority 9. Or as fast as possible. Just make sure we're not, like, throwing everything else away. If this works, I'm going to feel like a genius, although I will not be a genius. I will feel like a smart man. We got 14,000 calories. You know what? Again, just keep making a few mush bars a day. Insufficient resources. Doesn't bother me yet. Why do we need tiles? Because we need the pipes to go through the tiles. So we have to build them anyway. Alright. Sick. Good job, guys. You did it. We shouldn't have made pipes out of obsidian. It's so costly. Okay, so now this thing's pumping gas. Good. It's pumping it into this. This thing's cooling it down. Then, what happens then? Okay, so it goes into a gas pipe as it leaves here. This gas pipe is then going to go into a gas filter. Perhaps like so. We only want oxygen to be pumped out, and it doesn't even need to be pumped here. Like, we should also, like, get a vent, you know, like so, maybe. Now, this says no power, no filter selected, no wire, no gas intake. How in the world do you have no gas intake? That doesn't make sense to me. You're overlapped with something. You should have gas in. Okay, so this should be deconstructed and moved. It's a little bit of trial and error here, but compared to where we first started in our, in oxygen not included, we might as well be fucking wizards right now, as far as I'm concerned. So, again, we're going plumbing. Maybe we don't need a filter. We should have a filter. What's the idea is? It's gonna, like, maybe like that. Don't hate me for this, but, again, we gotta, like, just dig out, like, a little bit more, and then tile it up again. And I made it a 9 priority because I think it is important. We still got calories, you know, people are still... There's breathable air, like, everywhere. Hydrogen is not overrunning the base yet, so, like, we're not in an immediate concern as far as our position goes, although we are running out of water at a pace that is troubling to me, which is the whole reason we're going through this to begin with. As long as we got power in our batteries, like, life's not so bad here. Okay, good job, team. Good job. Now, we have storage containers. Good. All right, I mean, tile it up, please. Prioritize. So this thing's already making oxygen, and the oxygen's just getting stored in here, which honestly for right now is completely okay. Stress is at 39 on Austin. What's Dan's stress at? 12. And what's Ruka's stress at? 12. Dan, this is now Austin's massage table, because somebody's got to be around to generate power. Okay, we gotta wait one more day. That's fine. We lost 3,000 calories today, but we produced way more oxygen than we needed. But it's all trapped down here for now. So, what's the deal here? We need to produce more mush bars, at least for now. And again, this whole thing, the whole plan is just eventually... You know what? This gas vent should be deconstructed and moved here, because it's gonna be cool air. Yeah, that's important. I see how this goes. I also feel like we should do that so we can build pipes through it. This makes sense. As much as it might seem like it doesn't, it makes sense. We put cool gas through these pipes and it'll cool down this area, and then we want to store the temperature in here. So we actually want an airlock, I think. And 2 more tiles. This is gonna be like, I don't want it to become super cooled. That would be a mistake. But I want it to make sense. Okay, I mean, we could also use gas permeable tiles or something, I guess, but that's stupid. Why would we ever do that? He said, hoping nobody realized his dismissal was just a cover for his idiocy. All right, here we go, boys. Gas pump into the thermoregulator. The thermoregulator is outputting gas. Wait, is this... I'm having a brain fart. Is this even working? Gas comes in here. Comes out there. Not pumping. But it has... Oh, there's contents in the pipe. Contents empty. Contents empty. I'm losing my mind. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay... Isn't, like, green is input. Is the gas going anywhere? Or do I need to connect it like so? I might be losing my mind. Are you just... Oh, I don't know what was going... It's getting overheated down here. It's not cool enough, dude. So we'll make gas permeable tiles here. My gaseous Lego is running into some problems. Meanwhile, I'm like, you know, build a ladder up here, dig through this fucking thing, and then let this contaminated water fall down. I think we might be approaching hell itself. I mean, I'm just gonna level with you. You should prioritize these fucking tiles, dude. Who would have thought this would be my own fucking nightmare here. Okay, gas pipes. See, look, what the fuck is going on here? Cool stuff's going through. Okay, it comes out of here. Beautiful. All right, good. You did it. All right, what comes next? Gaseous vent. Boom. Right here. No problem. Cool this shit down, and then the cool air will come up this way too. Although hot air rises, at least it'll be cooler than the 40-degree air that's down here. I hope. Then, gas filter. Filter. This comes in here. Okay, so what comes out? I mean, I know what comes out, but does it come out of what side, I guess, is what I'm suggesting here. So if it comes out the bottom, we're still fine. Okay, so build this. It's necessary to get it done. We do have to mine this stuff out, which is going to be, it's going to be slow. How we doing on power? Decent. How we doing on stress? Nick is not a happy man. Come up here. We haven't had any issues yet with people, like, causing stress or having stressful situations. Microbe Musher, you're on a 9 as far as priority goes, because we are running out of calories right now. So, Robert, go produce there. Okay, finish your building. It doesn't really bother me. Sure, build the vent. We're gonna get this done before this episode is over, and it's gonna make you all laugh. You're all gonna laugh because you're gonna say, "How could we have been so stupid as to doubt this guy who is clearly a genius?" Atmospheric pressure too low. That's fine. We've accidentally created a cold vacuum of space. All right. All right. We've done it. Now, plumbing. Gaseous pipe. Goes like that. Outputs like this. And then, I don't know how, filtered. We want to filter out hydrogen, because there's going to be less of it. And then, I mean, we could actually just pump the hydrogen back in here for now, and then output it later. Because it might seem like it's stupid, like we're going to flood our base with hydrogen gas, but that's what the airlock is for, so. I sort of feel like this is not that idiotic. It was that idiotic. You know what, Ron Howard? I'm starting to get sick of your shit. Okay. Is he a genius? First off, how long is this going to take to produce? Also, is this made of obsidian? Granite? Did you hear that sound? Don't make it out of obsidian, you idiot. Make it gas pipe sandstone. Boom. What are you waiting for here? Apparently you've already had the delivery, so you know what? More power to you on that front, I suppose. Still needs power. I mean, everything in here is getting a 9 for priority. Except the electrolyzer itself should be like a 5. Okay, here we go, boys. You got no power? You got no power! How? How, though? There is power. It's just not making its way downwards. Yeah, we're probably going to run out of power overnight, but I remain nonplussed. We gained calories, we gained oxygen. The gaining of oxygen is so important because we gained it despite getting rid of an algae terrarium. Now, are we gonna hit a safety point for ourselves where, like, life is okay? I don't know, because, like, the next thing is, you know, you gotta dig, like, straight up here. Build, like, some sandstone ladders to do it, right? So, I mean, I would suggest that, like, life's gonna be a little hellish here, but we need to dump this contaminated water down here so we can eventually continue to turn it into regular water. Who's stressed? Nick, you can be stressed. Yeah, you're fine to be stressed. Quill, get your shit sorted out, okay? Enjoy not being stressed anymore. Dan and Austin, you gotta run. That's your life. Yeah, you got it, boys. You got it. I recognize, you know, we got a lot of pumps on the go right now. The whole point of this is when we get the hydrogen might be able to make up the difference for us here. We could also cut a couple things out of the power. What do you mean unreachable? Obviously, you have to dig. Oh, is there any other way we could do it? We could do it with a bridge, I guess. Cancel. And take gas pipes. Built out of something obvious. No, we can't get the bridge to work because it's not large enough. Oh, wait. We can get the bridge to work. Like so. But you can't build it there. Because it needs to be dug out in the first place. Alright. I'm not fucking with you. We're going to get this done. And, you know, I didn't realize it was a 50-stage process when I started the job, okay? And that's the way the cookie crumbles. We still got 12,000 calories, that's fine. We're making some more mush bars. We got 7 duplicants, so, I mean, we're using calories. We need calories to keep coming in. In a day or so, we could find ourselves in hell. So we need to keep making calories. That's just the reality of the situation. This needs to get dug. ASAP, please. At least these things are still growing. Like, that is so important for me. These things are not because the atmospheric pressure is too low. This is where the system comes together, dude. I know I've sold you a bill of sale right now. And it hasn't come to fruition yet. It will come to fruition. He's dug it, okay. I keep hitting R to rotate. That's my bad. I'm an idiot, apparently. I'm a stupid bastard man. Why could you not build here? You can't, because there's a ladder? Is that the case? It's fine. It's fine, dude. It's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. Ruka, you got this. Save me, buddy. There's so much hydrogen in this fucking room. By the way, what's going on here? Why are you not pumping oxygen anywhere? Please, I'm begging you. I know you've got other problems. Finish these pipes. That's all I ask. We're so close. No, you don't understand. I can't. I'm sorry, duplicants. I don't know what happens to the duplicants that aren't accepted, but you can't join us yet. We're not ready for it. It's a powder situation, okay? This thing's getting done. This scares me a little bit, by the way, but I recognize that it's not like a great task to be having to, you know, sweep up my messes in the middle of 100-degree hydrogen gas, you know? Like, that's, nobody wants that for themselves. But I need you to build this. I know, unbreathable. Nobody wants to volunteer for the hydrogen gas. But the simple fact of the matter is that somebody's got to build it. If we ever want to be free of hydrogen gas, moreover, if we would ever like to eat. How are we doing on algae, by the way? Oh, 1,000 grams. Okay, so we apparently have bigger problems right now. My bad. How much slime? None. Yeah, that's a problem. That is not a problem. So, you know, that's gonna be like an 8 for now. I hope did I do that properly? Yes. Okay, so that, I mean, that's on the list. Food shortage. Food shortage? How much food did you eat? I had all the microbe mushers going. Yeah, the algae terrariums are not going to function today. That's a serious problem. And you know what? As much as I need to see the resolution of this, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to try to hold it together on tomorrow's episode. Somebody had an issue there. I'm going to try to hold it together on tomorrow's episode. I don't know, fuck it. Let's just keep going just a little bit longer here. I need to know, dude. Tell me, baby girl, because I need to know. Tomo, you want in, buddy? Welcome. If I could just... Like, I shouldn't leave myself with a big job, is basically what I'm getting at right now. And this is a big job at the present moment. We have a colony that is, like, at a very scary sort of equilibrium. I know, Tomo. It's like, how did we come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets lock down your area. He's gonna build it. He's gonna build it. Stress is gonna be bad today, by the way. And no gas output. We're so close. Probably. What do you mean no gas output? Green is output? Green is output? No, green is input. Green is output. Green is input. Green is... Brain, you okay? It means like, what goes in is green. What goes out is white. So how is this plumbing Lego looking down here? What goes in is green. Nothing's going into this right now. Goes in is green. What goes out is white. Yes, what goes in is green. This seems fine to me right now. Why would this not function? Probably because, okay, just work with me here. Deconstruct gas pipes. With a high priority. Okay, good. Thank you. Now, gas pipes. This should work. We might have a... Oh, the game has actually just crashed. Gonna load it back up here. Maybe we've created a situation that's too... I mean, I have this problem in a lot of games, is that I am just such an amazing player that it creates these uncomfortable situations where the game is like, how can we model such a genius? And the answer is, don't even try, dude. So, what was the play here? Oh, we haven't even built the gas pipe yet. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for now. I'm just gonna make a hard save just so I know that we're safe here. Wait a minute. Close this. Load. Cycle 40. It was at 8:15. That was like less than 2 minutes ago. Load up. I'm assuming it's loading. There we go. All right. It still hasn't been built. And now this thing... Oh, it'll have power in a second. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm just going to call it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We're going to try to solve this multifaceted problem when we come back. But for now, again, thanks for watching. Let me just make one last change here. And I'll see you next time.